Hails all you sadistic motherfuckers out there. Today, sadsac 22 and I, Locoladel, will be reading...
And Then They Did It Part 2, Bloomberg Boogaloo, by Lordskelzor. Let's get this shit started.
Shall we?
It was a cold day at Sweet Apple Acres, and Applejack was in the barn fixing the plow, where there was a knock at the barn door.
Wait for it.
It was her big brother, Macintosh.
And here we go.
And he had come to check on his sister. "Are you alright in here, sis? Is there anything I can help you with?" Applejack turned to her brother, Big Mac, and said, "No, thank you, I can finish up." Applejack's brother, Big Mac, looked at the ground and kicked at the dirt half-heartedly. Big Mac, who was Applejack's brother, looked up at her and said, "So do you want me to Wincest the fuck out of you?" And then they did it.
They did it. They just did it right there. Yeah. That shit just happened. Incest is the best. Put your sister to the test.
A few weeks later, Applejack was called to Appaloosa to deliver her prized apple tree, Bloomberg, to her cousin Brayburn.
Oh no, this shit's gonna get hard.
Settling in for the long train ride to Appaloosa, she decided to check on her prized tree, which she had raised from a sapling, so she made her way discreetly to the rear car of the train. She immediately ran up to Bloomberg and embraced him. Bloomberg didn't care because he was a tree.
Rape.
And she spoke softly to him. "Bloomberg, I can't believe that I had to give you up. If it wasn't for my cousin Brainbird needing you so darn much, I would have kept you." Suddenly there was a clack at the door behind her shut. It was Rarity, and she looked confused as fuck.
Are you talking to a tree?
She stammered.
Fuck.
Applejack panicked like a deer caught in the flames as it was set alight by a drunk. No, I wasn't talking to Bloomberg in his bed. Honest." She managed to slur out while Rarity gave her an even more confused look. Rarity started to complain.
Why does that tree get a bed and not I? Why does that tree get a bed with you in it and not I?
Applejack panicked. If she didn't do something quickly, Rarity would complain for hours, and she might even start to question why she always wore a hat, even indoors. So she blurted out, "Rarity, would you like a bed with me in it right now?" Rarity shot Applejack a dirty look. And then they did it. Bloomer didn't care because he was a tree.
No, he did not. Because trees don't care. Or do they?
I will prove you wrong. I bet you. It was a few days after Applejack and her friends had arrived at Appaloosa. After a massive time wasting jug fuck with the local tribe of barbarous skull-fucking natives, Applejack and her friends were relaxing in Appaloosa. Bloomberg didn't care because he was a tree.
No, he did not.
Applejack was in her room at the inn daydreaming of bark when her cousin Brainbird knocked on the door. "Cousin, are you busy?" he asked. "Not really." Applejack sighed as Brainbird entered the room. "Cousin, it's been a long time since I've seen you, and I was wondering if you could see your way to showing me some of that old Apple family affection," Brainbird asked. Applejack gave him a confused look. He realized she didn't understand and sighed and stood up. Wait. What? I fucked up. Okay, let's start from here. Brainbird asked. Applejack gave him a confused look. He realized she didn't understand and went on to clarify. "Would you fuck me sideways, cousin?" He asked in an excited tone. Applejack sighed and stood up. "Why didn't you just say so, you fool?" she said in a scolding tone. And then they did it. And Applejack was like, "Oh yes, Bloomberg, God, yes."
Oh shit, just got awkward.
Brainbird stopped. "Bloomberg!"
Oh shit, someone's mad.
He gasped with his mouth agape. He gasped with his mouth agape.
I'm gonna grape you in the mouth.
Applejack was so embarrassed she ran off. Bloomer didn't care because he was a tree.
No, we didn't.
Like a bother.
Like a
Applejack
brother.
Applejack was walking around in the orchard, deep in thought. Why can't I show him fucking my cousin like fucking my family like a normal filly? Why do I want to bang a tree so bad? She kept questioning herself. She got mad at herself and finally made a choice. "Fuck this," she yelled. "I'm gonna go make my one true love and take him," she shouted in defiance. Bloomberg didn't care because he was a baller.
He was a tree, not a baller. He was a tree. Bloomberg is a tree.
A baller. A baller tree.
A baller tree. Yes.
It was the next day, and there were no ponies in the orchard. Bloomberg was up to his usual tree shit, like collecting sun and growing leaves and shit like a boss.
A boss.
When Applejack showed up out of fucking nowhere, Applejack had dressed up all sexy for Bloomberg because she wanted to do him, but Bloomberg didn't care because he was a tree.
He's a tree.
Applejack looked at Bloomberg all sexy and stuff and said, Bloomberg, I've known you since I was a sapling and I've always loved you. Applejack walked up to Bloomberg, and then they did it. And then Bloomberg did care because he was a fucking tree.
You know who else, if it was a tree?
What?
Fluttershy would care. Fluttershy would care.
Epic foreshadowing. So Applejack and Bloomberg eloped to Spain or some other shithole country, and Applejack gave birth to her own little orchard.
Oh shit just got weird.
Applejack and Bloomberg live out their lives happily. Applejack's family and friends, however, could not comprehend what the fuck had happened.
Like, she just eloped with a tree, and she's dead to us.
Could not comprehend what the fuck had happened, and they all agreed it was best to pretend that something much less embarrassing happened to Applejack, like death by explosive diarrhea or some shit. The end.
And then they all did it.
Yes.
Well, that was sadsac 22 and the dirty commenting by Locoladel. Later, hosen, whatever.
I think we're drunk, dude. I think we need to leave them alone.
We have one more due tonight, and it's the one that you all love, all hate, all adore. It's Scootaloo's Love for Pain. And
go home, Locoladel. You're drunk.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.